Man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Um, I did not even plan on going live tonight. Had no intentions. Had no intentions of going live tonight at all. But when I saw this, I was like, well, I can make a video on it. But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, because what I got to say is going to be way long. It's going to take too long to just make a 7 or 8 minute video about. So I don't know how many people will come in or whatever, but I'm gonna go in as much as I can on this, and I'm gonna try not to be long because again I didn't plan on going live at all tonight, but let's do it. For those of y'all who might be country, what's up, Kamika? I see you. Um, y'all should still know this guy. There's a popular furniture salesman in the city of Houston. He's been out here forever. He's been here for decades. Um, he calls himself Mattress Mack. I think his name is something McInville. Is it Jim Mac Jim or John McInville or something like that? But he calls himself Mattress Mack. And I'm sure a lot of people outside of the state may have seen him. You know, he's very wealthy. He's been around a long time ago. And he's a fixture in the city of Houston. Does a lot of community work. Always involved with like the sports teams, Astros, and all that. So anybody in the city knows Mattress Mack. Okay. Does a lot of charity stuff. All that being said, this guy makes a video where he is showing himself wearing a purple bandana, kind of little purple outfit. And he's sitting at a table showing himself to be pouring up some drink. And I got to talk to my out of town people who might not know my overseas. Y'all know what it is. Sipping on some scissor. And he's showing himself like he's pouring up some drink and tasting it and all that. I don't know what's in the cup. I don't know if he was really, going through the motions or just kind of making it seem like that's what he was doing. But, he went out of his way regardless to give that depiction and to dress, I guess, what he feels to be dressing the part, right? And it's circulating around social media and people have their different opinions on it. So I'm going to give my opinion on it. Here's the deal. A lot of white people are very comfortable taking what they believe to be Black culture and taking what in some cases is Black culture and then immersing themselves into it in a way to exploit or a way to profit off of it or a way to make themselves inclusive in the culture to say, well, see, look, hey, like it's funny. The first thing I want to say is that sipping drink and that whole phenomenon that took place, that still takes place, but it was a lot bigger some years back when rappers were really, really, really rapping about it. That's not our culture. That's not a badge of pride and a badge of honor that we should be wearing, even though we've turned it into that. It's kind of like the N-word. We've made the N-word a term of endearment, like they like to say. We've made it into something that's it's a good thing to say because it's really the way we flipped up the definition of it it makes it okay because when I say it, I mean that's my brother, that's my partner. But it don't matter how much seasoning you put on a pile of BS, that ain't gonna make it mashed potatoes. So it's the same thing when they take when they take drink, which is promethazine, which is drugs, man, codeine. And we have over the years as rappers, we have glorified it. We have glorified our drug habits and our drug addictions, not just drink, but that's the one we're focusing on today. We've glorified it and made it into something that represents, that's an identifying marker for the city of Houston. I've heard people outright say that. I've seen other people in other cities have something that shows drink. And I've seen other people from Houston get mad saying, oh man, they trying to steal our culture. They trying to steal, that's us. Just speaking ignorant. That's not our culture. That's some drug habit that we picked up on, rapped about, popularized it through the music, caused other people to be introduced to it through the music, and cause other people to try it, and which in turn caused other people to get addicted to it. That's what that is. Because the drug was good to them, right? So they like it. So now when you play the song, when you're talking about the drink, they yeah, man, oh yeah, man, yeah, you know, we pour it up. Yeah, they love it. So for whatever reason, I guess for the reasons I just stated, Mattress Mack decides to make a video where he is showing himself to be doing that. And he was comfortable enough to do it, and clearly not thinking about how offensive it would be to some, because it ain't gonna be offensive to everybody. I'm gonna get to that part, because I gotta deal with him, but I gotta deal with us as well. I gotta deal with the ignorant Negroes as well. I got to, because there are gonna be some of us that are going, oh man, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's probably some of us already right now that's praising and glorifying. Y'all saw Mattress Mack? Boy, that boy crazy, man. That boy had his bandana on. That boy had that drink. He had some Skittles on it. They're gonna glorify it. They think that's cool. They think that's live. They think that's something, and they think it's a validation because this old white dude duplicated or depicted an aspect of our ignorance. So that's all it is. How is it ignorance? How is it an aspect of our ignorance? Well, because all you got to do is do some research on the negative effects that drink has on the human body. All you got to do is talk to somebody who sip drink on the regular, present or past, and especially somebody who kicked the habit, and ask them what it did to them, what it was like when they were on drink. What were some of the physical downfalls that they were experiencing while they were on drink? Why they felt it was important to get off of it, those that did. Because there were some who did not get off of it, and they messed up right now, or they dead. So why would Mattress Mack think that it was cool to portray that? He thought it was cool to portray that because he thought, I'm telling you what he thought. He thought, see, when the black people see me doing this, they gonna think, oh boy, that Mattress Mack, boy. It's like Bill Clinton. Well, he's one of us. Bill Clinton played the saxophone, and he was all of a sudden, he was first black president. So he thought, and probably correctly thought, as it relates to some, as I just said, oh, this gonna score him some brownie points with the blacks. Comfortable. And some would equate this to somebody like a white person doing blackface. They might equate it to that. I don't necessarily put that in the same vein, because to show yourself in blackface as a white entertainer or whatever, the black paint or whatever you're putting on your face, it's a mockery, but it's still saying we're trying to look like those people who we really are black. Whatever shade you want to say, brown, whatever. So it's not really the same, because yeah, this is who we are. This is our skin, our melanin, and they're trying to make mockery of it by painting theirs dark or whatever. But that ain't our culture. That's something that's a form of ignorance. That's a form of drug addiction that we adopted. And we are at fault. Let me make sure that I mention the fact that we as black people in our city, we are at fault that he's doing that. It's our fault. How's it our fault? Because we glorified it all these years. We bragged on it. We rapped on it. We put it on the pedestal, man. We got whole songs about it. So it's our fault that he feels comfortable doing that. And we love to let people who misappropriate our culture in any aspect. That's not our culture, but in other aspects of our culture, we don't have any problem letting people come in and misappropriate, just make it into something that is not diluted, water it down, make it corny. They always come in and make our stuff corny. So we cool. We'll stand there and dance with him. I'm glad I didn't. It'll be some rappers standing there pouring up with him, showing him how to do it. You know how I know that's true? Because I saw it happen before. When did you see it happen, Kay? When did you see it happen? You know, when I saw it happen, it was years ago. Some cats from MTV, I think, they came down to Houston, right? And they were doing a documentary on H-Town, supposed H-Town culture, right? They interviewed different artists from the city. They came to the South Park Coalition and other artists in the city. They had this clean-cut suit and tie white guy. And much to my surprise later, I found out that we had people right in our own city that was riding this guy around, showing him the worst of our condition, right? Taking him through the hood, showing him crack. See, that's a crackhead right there. See, that's a real live crackhead. See, we see this all the time in our city. And okay, now this is drink. See, this is how you pour it. See, let me show you how to do it. You ain't doing it right. We have people doing that. because we was holding up the ignorant aspects of our condition and presenting those ignorant aspects as our culture. And it's not. And they don't have a problem with us doing that because they looking at the ratings is going to draw. They're looking at whatever revenue is going to attract. And they are also, higher ups are also looking at the contribution that our ignorance in doing that, the contribution to the agenda to destroy us that's already in place. They're looking at what that contribution adds to that agenda. Let these niggas keep being stupid. Let these niggas show us how stupid they are. Let them show us. Let's put it on TV. Let's put it on TV. They'll walk us through it. We don't have to do anything. Same documentary I'm talking about from years ago. Same clean-cut white guy, suit and tie. They didn't stop there. You know what they did? They took him to the strip club. They took him to the black strip clubs. They didn't take him to the white strip clubs. They took him to the black strip clubs and had him in there sitting there and slapping booties and, you know, see how we contribute to our own destruction and we feed our own ignorance. We think that's cool. We think that's live. We're going to show massa how ignorant we can be. We think that's live. So Mattress Mack, see, this is what y'all don't understand. It's certain people, they will work with you. They will stand next to you on a photo op because it serves a purpose that benefits them down the line. It don't mean that they like you. It don't mean that they love you. It don't mean that they give 2 cents about you. They show what they really feel about you in moments like this. Because again, I'm certain it was a no thought in his mind. Wait a minute, I better not do this. This may be a problem for some people or better yet, I shouldn't do this because I have sense enough to know that this is not a reflection of Black culture. This is not a reflection of hip hop culture in our city. I shouldn't do this because it's gonna send a wrong message. He didn't think about that clearly because he did it. And not only did he not think about that, he being Mattress Mack, he didn't think about it. Not only he didn't think about it, nobody around him thought about it either. Because common sense would say, if you got a team around you, what you getting ready to do, Mac? Why you wearing that? Why you wearing that? Oh man, I'm getting ready to do this little skit, man. I'm just gonna act like I'm pouring up some drink. I went and got a bandana. I want to look just like them. I want to look like them. I'm gonna look like them. Then I'm gonna act like them. I'm gonna pour up a little codeine. And hey, look, it might not be new to him as you may think it might be. Because, you know, if you know Mattress Mack's history, he was on dope too. Yeah. He built himself from the ground up, but Mattress Mack was out there bad at one point. Yeah. So No thought went into this decision to do that. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. The problem comes in because we may or may not choose to hold him accountable. And the reason why I say we may or we may not is because it's in the air. I don't know. There will be some of us who may say, who may speak out against it, who may put it on blast the way I'm doing right now. It may be some, but it might be others that's like, oh man, you making a big deal out of this, man. I mean, that man ain't meant no harm. That man just having some fun. That these black people talking. Oh man, that man, he do a lot, man. He do a lot out here. He do a lot out here. Explain something to you, man. A lot of these charities and a lot of these cats that do charitable things, regardless of the fact if the charity work benefits people, which I'm sure it does. Can't knock a man's charitable works, but I can question motives. So if you look at the Red Cross, if you look at certain organizations that are presented to be charitable organizations, and that's what they are about, a lot of them places is shady as a palm tree, right? Dirty. Keeping the money. Only a small percentage of the money that's donated actually goes to the charity itself, goes to the work itself. A lot of it gets pocketed on the cool by people in the organizations and all that. Look, we don't know. But if we don't hold this cat accountable, then he'll do something else later on, or somebody else will do something else later on. And that's why these things continue to happen, because when they do it, we don't put our foot down hard enough. See, in my opinion, and I know a lot of the Negroes are gonna disagree with me. And I use the word Negro because, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, Negro, the word Negro means dead. That's why we call Negro, we dead, mentally dead. So a lot of the Negroes, they're gonna disagree with me. But I believe that a move like that is this to put his business in jeopardy, at least from the black folks' angle of it. Because we shouldn't be happy with that. I don't care if you're a rapper who still sip drink. You shouldn't be happy with that. That should be an issue. Because he's showing us what he really think about us. He's showing you. That's how I think about y'all. That's how I feel about y'all. But we don't know who may have gave him a pass to do that. See, sometimes it's our own people that will give white folks a pass to do certain things. That's like if you got a group of black folks and they hang with a white guy and they say to the white guy, they give him permission to use the word nigga. You see that all the time. White dude hang with a lot of black folks, so he just says nigga like it's hello. And the black people around him have allowed him to say, oh man, you cool, man. It's all good. It's all good. No, you ain't got to worry about that, man. So you'll be somewhere chilling, and a white dude is holler, all right, yeah, man, because I was with them niggas yesterday, man. You be like, what? Somebody gave him a pass. Somebody made him feel like he was good to say it. Or they'll say, if he didn't get a pass, he'll say, well, hey, man, well, y'all say it. Maybe that's the case. Well, you know, y'all are sipping drink. Y'all are ones doing it. So this is how you look. Man, that dude, man, these cats are evil, bro. Man, how is that evil, K? Bro, if somebody does not have enough human decency to even even not disrespect a majority of a people in a culture who don't participate in that, you don't even have the respect for that percentage, because you're going to lean towards the other percentage that does participate in that without considering, well, hey, man, this is still a part of their people. That's how they think about you. They don't care nothing about that. What did he see? What did he feel he had to gain in doing that? It's not so much that he felt he had nothing to gain. He just felt like he thought that black people would find that funny. I'm just they'll get a kick. They'll get a kick out of this when I do this. And you know what? For some, he would be right. Because like I said, there's some black people somewhere. There's some Negroes somewhere that's laughing at that, and they love and they think Mattress Mack, they think that's the coolest thing they ever saw. And also, history has shown us that no matter what cats like that do to insult and disrespect us, we're going to still support them. What you mean history have shown us that? All you got to do is think about your local corner stores in your neighborhood, in the black neighborhoods, over the last billion years. Think about the Chinese nail shops in the black neighborhoods, in the beauty supply stores in the black neighborhood over the last billion years. And think about all the incidents and situations where they have disrespected black people who they've made millions and millions of dollars on, who they've built generational wealth off of, and left legacies of wealth to their children and grandchildren. And think about how many times they've disrespected us, followed us around the store, and cussed us out, put their hands on us, all these different things, and we go right back up in there. So history have shown us that it ain't gonna matter. Only a few of us gonna get mad. People like me, a couple other cats gonna get mad and say something and drop some bombs that need to be said and things of that nature. But the rest of us, we gonna be in there tomorrow looking for a bedroom set. We gonna be in there tomorrow looking for a sectional. Because if we feel like it doesn't directly affect us, even though you don't know that it does, then we don't care until we think that it do. So I don't know what the backlash to this is going to be. I don't. Might go away tomorrow. I don't know. But I do know that a lot of times when white folks come out and do stuff like that, their arrogance in some cases, their racism in some cases, their entitlement in some cases puts them in a mind state that they're not gonna even acknowledge any wrong. They wouldn't even apologize. Which in my mind, I don't want nobody to get me wrong and thinking that I'm outraged. Don't mistake me bringing light to this as outrage. I'm not outraged at all. I'm talking loud and all that, but I'm not outraged at all because I just laid out little nuggets of history, just little nuggets of history. So I'm saying that to say that I'm familiar with these types of patterns of behavior. I'm familiar with that from these groups, right? From these controlling powers and from the individuals that trickle down from it. So I'm not speaking from a place of outrage. I'm just bringing attention to yet another example. So maybe if enough examples present themselves, maybe we'll finally go, wait a minute, man, hold on, yeah. They keep on doing this. They keep on doing this. Solo Dolo says, what did Mattress Mack do? I'm late. Mattress Mack made a video where he was sitting at a table with a purple bandana on and a purple outfit on and sitting there like he was pouring up some drink. He was trying to present himself as giving an example of him being a part of our culture. And I'm going to keep doing my air quotes because you will never hear me say, acknowledge, agree at any point in history, in life, past, present, or future. You will never see me or hear me ever co-sign that sipping codeine and all that crap is a part of our culture. Now, some will argue, well, that is a part of our culture because, you know, they do that out here. That's like saying murder is a part of our culture because it's just some black folks that might commit murder. That's like saying sniffing coke is a part, crack is a part of, when crack was popping, crack was a part of our culture. No. It's a habit. It's an addiction. It's something we took on. But it's also something that was imposed on us, strategically imposed on us. Drink ain't no different. Listen, we fall for every trap that they set for us. Every one of them. We fall for the drug traps. We fall for the violence traps, the poverty traps. We even fall for the here's some money traps. We fall for every trap. So I'm gonna argue all day if somebody get to saying, well, yeah, but that is our culture. Nah, man. You fell into the trap. Made you believe that. And because we got a lot of people that did it and that do it, rappers rapped about it and made it seem live and made records about it and all that. We in the club singing it. Nah, that's not who we are. It's who they made us into and who they still think we are. So that was fun. That was fun, man. For Mattress Mack to do that. And I know not a lot. See, Mattress Mack got a lot of money, bro. So I'm sure you got a lot of people around him, you know. I would hate to see that, to find out that any black people signed off on that. I'm gonna read a few of y'all comments. And see, some people will say that that's not racist. Ain't nothing racist about that. Some people will say that. That's absolutely a racist move. Absolutely. Oh man, y'all like to bring race into it. I don't like to bring race into it. I don't like racism. But that don't mean I'm not going to address it if I see it. Just sip you some drink, Mattress Mack. Why you put on the fake Tupac bandana and put the outfit on? You got in the full costume. You got in the full garb. Why'd you have to do that? Who you trying to look like? Who you trying to look like? Read y'all comments, man. O1Q2W3E. I don't think anyone was laughing. I think people did the typical TikTok cringe type response. I hope you're right, man. I'm tired of seeing us giving these passes, and I always think it's funny when somebody is clearly disrespecting us. So I hope you're right, man. Is that Yaniji? I'm Native American, and I don't let my Native friends use the N-bomb. I call them out. Yeah, see, a lot of the worms they got out the can with this stuff with Mattress Mack, people doing stuff like that. White folks saying the N-word around black people comfortable. See, a lot of those worms got out the can in a lot of cases is because we as black people in a lot of cases open up the can. We don't want to open the can. We gave them passes to disrespect us. I'm reading comments, man. Apocalyptic Minister said, we got a bunch of those types here in Kansas City, and black people will get mad at you for speaking about, bro, come on, man. That's one of the biggest hindrances that we have is that sometimes in certain situations, when we trying to fight the fight, we got to fight off our own people to get to the enemy. We got to fight off our own people to get, like, man, watch out, man. I ain't trying to fight you. Watch out. Because they trying to fight you to keep you from fighting the enemy. Because they want closeness. They want nearness to their master. Let me say, hit that like, y'all. Yeah, hit the like button, man, if y'all ain't hit it already, man. I'm running my mouth. I ain't really on that right now. Click that like right now. At least catch up the likes with the amount of people that's in here, at least, if you haven't hit it already. Ken Feezy says, I don't think it's so much the locals were displaying that than the fact that they were actively looking for the foolishness. If I'm wrong, explain the artist they push versus. I don't understand what you're saying. You say, I don't think it's so much the locals were displaying it. When you say the locals, who do you mean? And displaying what? Displaying what? The whole drink glorification? Is that what you're talking about? Then the fact that they were actively looking for the foolishness. I guess I don't really understand what you're saying. I'm reading y'all's comments now, man. Ethnic Hacks On, he said, it's not just the white men, bro. Your own people do it to their artists. I love your music, but you seem to always bring up white people as if it's the fifth. Well, how many times have I read a comment like this? Clearly, you didn't hear nothing I said, or you just tuned in. I don't know. Maybe you clearly you didn't hear anything I said. But my answer is going to be layered. Two things. Number one, what I'm never ever going to do, I'm never going to let any black, white, or any other group of people suppress me or suppress my words about speaking out against the oppression that black people have suffered, past, present, and future. So it don't matter to talk about as if this is still the 50s and still because whatever happened in the 50s, whatever happened in the 40s, whatever happened in the 30s, whatever happened in the 1800s that was carried out against black people by the ruling class of white people at any time in history, black people in the current day are still affected by it. Cause and effect, direct results are still felt by black people based on what was done to those who lived long before, while we were still swimming in our great granddaddy's nutsack. That's number one. Number two, to debunk the first part of your sentence, you said it's not just the white men, bro. Your own people do it to the artist. I said that. That's one of the first things I said. I said that a lot of what we see that bolsters the confidence of white people to disrespect us, a lot of it is our own fault because we don't hold ourselves or them accountable in certain instances. But when you just hear what you want to hear, when you have an extreme sensitivity to any discussion that centers around race, or an extreme sensitivity to any discussion that points out the wrong, then you take it as being, oh, he's always going in on white people. No, I'm pointing out the wrong that's been done to black people by white people, wherever it is, wherever it lurks and sleeps, eats, lives. But at the same time, I make sure to always look for our role in anything that happens as well. So don't try to put that on me. That's too microscopic to try to throw on me, man. That's too easy. You're not listening. Not that I have to justify, but I will explain because somebody might believe what you just said. Still reading comments, man. And it's always a situation where if a discussion comes up about something racist that a white person does, then somebody comes and makes a comment like that, never addressing what the topic is I'm talking about. So if you say, well, black people did it, you still haven't said anything about what Mattress Mack did. Because you too caught up in the fact that, he's getting ready to go there. I'm not one of them people that you can run off the block by accusing me of being racist or accusing me of what they like to call race baiting. And that don't scare me off the block, bro. It don't. So you can't say that to me and make me go, oh, they're gonna think that I'm trying. Bro, I'm gonna call it like I see it. And if you don't like how I call it, It's because you don't see it how I see it. Or maybe you do see it how I see it. You just don't want to hear it. And that's what it all boils down to. Always be aware of anybody, but particularly y'all, a white person that will tell you, as it relates to any form of oppression, man, that was a long time ago. Y'all still on that? They ever say that, head for the hills. Because nobody says that about y'all's the atrocities that y'all have suffered. Don't try to tell me I should forget what happened to my people. But y'all love to say what we should forget what happened to our people. The Native Americans should forget what happened to them, when everything that happened to us was done by you. Now, is that racist, or is that just history? Is that factual history? Those who understand, understand. It's white people that go, yeah, yes, that's true. The facts are the facts. I can't make this up. But you're not going to run me off the block by trying to say something about me that I know is not true. And those who know me know it's not true. Y'all got the wrong one. Or y'all got the right one. James Davis says he makes commercials like this all the time. It's Houston. It's culture. No, it ain't. It ain't our culture, man. And him making commercials like this all the time don't make the commercials he make right. It don't justify. It's not our culture, man. It's been imposed on us. It's a death style. That's what it is. We've taken pride in something that's killing us. Promethazine is killing us the way we're using it. The codeine is killing us the way we're using it. Ain't nothing to take pride in. Ain't no Houston culture. Artie Giles says, an individual's words don't affect the whole race. If white people can't say the word nigga, then how can I keep listening to most black rap music? Is this some dirty trick that I'm getting played with? No, it ain't no dirty trick. Yeah, black folks use the word nigga. Now, what you may not know, Artie, there are a lot of black leaders, a lot of black activists who have been pushing and advocating and begging and pleading and imploring black people for years to stop using the word nigger. Let me stop using it right now. I don't use it like that. Stop using the N-word, right? It's been going on for years behind the scenes, but it doesn't gain a lot of traction because, unfortunately, we as black people are in love with that word. And there are some black people that you can put a pistol to their head, they're not going to stop saying it. They may or may not even understand the details of it. You have other black people who would say, who will tie it in to our ancient roots, would take the word Negus and say, well, no, it's actually tied into, so it's not the same. Okay, that's still not the same, because meaning and context are what determine what it is. So if you want to say, well, I can't listen to rap music. Yeah, rappers say the N-word. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can listen to rap music. You just don't say that word. Skip that part. Skip it. You want to have fun and you want to say it too. There's something in you that want to say it too. Yeah, you can say that. You could sing the song. Skip it when you get to that part. That's what you do. How can I keep listening to black rap music? First of all black rap music don't use the N-word. So that's the rap you listen to. It's billions of rap records out. James, you must be trolling. Mattress Mack did pay his dues, though. He did help the black community. Let me explain something to you, James. You might be trolling. I don't know. I wouldn't care if Mattress Mack saved my mama from drowning in a lake. It still wouldn't give him permission on no level to disrespect me or my people. Well, he did save my mama, so he can say the N-word if he wants to. That's our problem. That's our problem. We give everybody a pass except each other. Except each other. Solo says stereotyping is racism. Yeah, that's the whole point. Why you dress like that, Mac? What does that reflect? What does that represent? Blast Beat Industry said this is Houston culture. It was invented here. Nah, it wasn't invented here. What was invented here? You saying that drink was invented here? Nah, man. It's been around. And it's still how do y'all justifiably justify a drug and the glorification of a deadly drug in the under the umbrella of being culture? That's crazy. You are glorifying a deadly substance and saying it's okay because that's culture, because people done made rap records about it. No. Unbelievable, but not unbelievable at the same time. Apocalyptic Minister, you are a fool to allow our oppressor to tell you to forget about the oppression they placed you on. See, that's the plan. I don't want you to remember to keep talking about what I did to you. When you're the one that did it, you want the person to forget it. It's like a man cheating on his wife and they stay together. He don't want to hear her keep bringing that up all the time because he know he was wrong. All right. Some of y'all came into this chat late because y'all are thinking that y'all are making points about things that I touched on earlier. So that lamb says, wait, K-Rino, black girl, woman, fake hair and nails. You make them rich. Who fought here? Anybody that was in the chat early on, I made mention of how we as black people have made the convenience stores in our neighborhoods rich that are run by Asians and Arabs and Indians and people like that. I made mention on how we as black people and black women have made nail shops, beauty supply shops, how we've made them rich and they've never given anything back to us. I made mention to that earlier. So this revelation to say about black women wearing fake hair and fake nails. Okay, and I don't take issue with that. You know, I don't take issue with that. A sister want to go out and get us some hair or get her nails done or whatever. But there are black people who have those kind of businesses as well. So if we're gonna make anybody rich, do what every other race and culture does. Make your own people rich. I'm reading comments, y'all. This is a losing battle for who? Blast Beat. I'm not in a losing battle. I don't know what you're talking about. See, that's where I go into talking about how can't nobody run me off the block. Because again, if you look at what Mattress Mack did, and that's all right with you, I don't care if you black, white, green, or orange. You the problem. If you look at that, you're like, boy, that Mattress Mack, boy, he's something else. You the problem. Well, you're part of the problem. I'm not speaking from outrage. I'm bringing attention to a pattern that we as black people have to be cognizant of and aware of, just for the sake of, if nothing else, to understand what people think about you. Because I can guarantee you that if a black person, if I got on TV and if I got on online and I put on a little hat and a fake little beard and I started parading around, making mockery of another culture, of a particular culture, what you think gonna happen? Or if I was a prominent figure and I did that, what you think would happen if I did that? I go get me a small little, give me a little bitty hat. And I start doing something that is reflective. What you think would happen? Answer that question. See? So no, it's only because we are the punching bags of the human race. Take it or leave it. We're the punching bags of the human race. I would be on a full-blown apology tour if I did what I just said I did and I was a prominent figure like that. I would either be canceled or I'd be on a full-blown apology tour. I'll be apologizing 8 times a day on 8 different networks, taking sensitivity courses, lost everything I had. If I got a TV show, a contract, I ought to be gone. Miss me with that, man. Who you think you talking to? Tim Nichols. They will come after your livelihood. That's right. Miss me with that. See, it's always all right for everybody else to do something to us. It's always cool. We are the punching bags of the human race. We the doormat. Facts. The real Swisher 210. Thank you for proving your ignorance, bro. I bet you married to a white girl. Thank you for proving your ignorance. I reciprocate that statement right back to you just by reading your statement. Who are you? Where was you at the other 100 and some lives that I've done? Why do I see you now? I know why. I know why. Still in y'all comments, man. See, this is what you gotta understand, y'all. Power conceives nothing without a demand. So when I said that black people are the punching bags of the human race, I'm not just throwing a statement out there. See, when you have people who, when you speak out against that form of ignorance and they come out and they try to spin it to make it seem like you're the one that's ignorant. I'm ignorant because I don't want to see my people be disrespected. That makes me ignorant. See, keep your eyes on those kind of people. But nobody who's made that comment, those type of comments that have pushed back against anything I'm saying today, no one who's pushed back against anything I've said tonight, not one of them. It's been about 3 or 4 that's been in this chat. I'm yet to read what any one of them have condemned what Mattress Mack did. That tells me all I need to know. You haven't condemned what he did one time, but what you've done is try to say how I'm ignorant or how I'm out of pocket or how I'm missing the point or how I'm, come on, man. That don't work on me, man. So I got to make sure that it don't work on my people. See, I know people that was on drink real bad. I know people that was on drink real bad. I know people who have died, right? I know people who have described to me how tough it was for them to wean themselves off of it. Because JoJo Jones just hit the nail on the head. It is the equivalent. It's been described as liquid heroin. I ain't never been on heroin before. I don't know if anybody in this room has ever been on heroin, but from what I hear, it's a monster, and it's a monster to kick. It's hard to kick. So to hear people out their own mouth that I know personally that have described what it's like, just the withdrawals, trying to come up off of it, it's nothing funny about doing a presentation where you presenting yourself in what you believe to be hip hop apparel and what you believe to be something that represents Houston hip hop culture. Ain't nothing funny about that. That's racist as all outdoors and it's disrespect. Still waiting on one of y'all to acknowledge that, but I won't wait too long. And it wouldn't matter if you, first of all, of course, the average person should or would have sense enough to know or would hope or think that this dude ain't sitting up with some actual drink pouring it up. But it, like I've been saying the whole time, presenting himself to do it, depicting himself to do it. He is depicting the act of doing that. regardless of what was in the cup. Yeah. So now, hold on. I'd like to know who's all. See, I got a suspicion everyone has their own opinion. This is Progress 24/7. You can take that viewpoint, but also look at it as a joke and leave it. See, here we go. Man, look, this is a beautiful moment, y'all, because I want to teach every person in this room who has some sense. It's always been the go-to. I mentioned the blackface earlier, right? When a white person would put themselves in blackface and parade around and act all goofy, acting like they claim we act. I'm talking in the modern day. I ain't talking about back in 1920. I ain't talking about back in the 20s and all that. I'm talking about in the modern day, like when Ted Danson did it and other white folks have did it. You know what they say? Oh, it was all in fun. It was a joke. So it's always okay to make mockery and joke about black culture, about black people. It's a joke. That's why Progress said, oh, it's just a joke. It's a joke. But I just said, I guarantee you there's some things that I couldn't do in depiction of other cultures and get away with saying it's a joke. They take that kind of stuff seriously. And we should too. So when you say it's a joke, what's the other guy? Purple rain, purple rain. It's a joke. See? But I guarantee you, it's something in your world that ain't funny at all. Something that relates to you that ain't funny at all. That if somebody made a joke about, you wouldn't take too kindly to that joke. Now, would you? I don't know what it is. You think about it in your own mind. You know what it is. I wish I knew, because I do it. Just to show you. Mattress Mack was doing what their people have done for years, try to make fun of us. But when white people do it, it's suddenly cool. F that. Come on, Martin. See, that's the double standard. That's always been the play. I just don't play. I don't participate in that. And I don't allow black or white to get away with that. Because unfortunately, you got white people. I expect some white people to take their mindset on, because again, it's always set up. We should just forget everything that was done to us. But it's also a lot of black people that was, oh, come on, man. You're making too much out of that, man. I know what's, look, man, like I told y'all, I'm going to say it again. I am not outraged. I'm just bringing attention, because I know it's still going to be a bunch of Houston rappers standing with Mattress Mack next year or this year or whenever something goes on. They're going to be right there standing there next to him. I already know. Because the bag means more than the integrity for some. Any relationship that I might have had with him would have been done for me after this. He would have had to apologize 782 times. Blundermus Prime, being strung out isn't a badge of pride. Absolutely. Shout out to my homie, Blundermus Prime. out there on the East Coast. James Davis, it's liquid death. Miss Lady Sample, almost 15 years clean and needle free. Tell us about the hell that you had to go through to shake that. Ain't nothing to make no joke out of on no level, man. I'm trying to get off Xanax. It sucks, man. Good luck, Christos. Smart Money 805. I agree with you, K. Mattress Mack, straight disrespectful. I was addicted once, not knowing what I was getting into. Glorifying addictive drugs sends a terrible message to the people who don't know. Absolutely. And he's an ex-dope fiend. Or is he an ex-dope fiend? See, if anybody should relate to how not funny it is to make a joke about addiction or addictive things, it should be somebody who's actually been through the addiction. But he not coming from that place. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He ain't coming from that place. Dane TV. See, I just said that earlier. Who gave him the pass? Or who yes manned him on that? You gotta have a team around you to say, Mac, no, Mac, don't do that. But as I said earlier, you might not have been in here, Dean. Sometimes the boss will override the team. Maybe if somebody did say, nah, I wouldn't do that, he might say, oh, no, I'm going to do it. Because that entitlement and that feeling of empowerment to know history, these Negroes ain't going to cancel me. It ain't going to happen to me. Black folks love me. See? You're going to be all right, Christos. Hustle Man says, I have been addicted to lean, but it was about the chop and screwed and acknowledgement of the popular rappers of the city. Don't make it right, man. That's what I'm saying. We can't separate. We can't extract something. We can't extract something out of something and make that a reason why it's okay. Well, see, it was rap culture, man. See, the rappers out here, you know, they made it. So I mean, that don't make it right. That's why I'm always talking about how we can't ever dismiss the power of words. We got to be careful with what we rap about, man. Because people are influenced by what we rap about. We got to be accountable. We can't rap about how great it is to sip drink no more. Can't do that no more, man. We did it in our ignorance, right? Back in the days, in our ignorance, we made songs like that. I guarantee you, you know why I'm guaranteeing what I'm getting ready to say? Because I've heard the rappers say it. From rappers in the screwed up clique all the way down, many of them have said that they regret rapping about lean. They regret being on it. It was hard for them to kick it. It messed. I saw Kiki talking about how it messed up his mouth and his teeth and all that, you know. But when you're young and all that, you didn't really grasp the impact of it. But thank God those brothers caught it. And then thank God that they came later and they crushed the narrative of, okay, yeah, it's cool to do this. They crushed that. Like, nah, man, that ain't it. I've heard many of them say that ain't it. That's why I put in this title, this is not our culture. And a few of y'all have got on here and said that, well, that's Houston. That's not our culture, man. That's a behavior that we fell into. We adopted. It's not our culture, man. Our culture goes far beyond being in Houston sipping on some drink. We go further back than that. Our greatness is our true self and culture as Black people is rooted in greatness, not drug addiction, not pimping, not pulling up on the op, shooting and killing. Ain't who we are, not bitches and hoes. It ain't none of that. But these satanic devils that run these industries, they pay us to talk about, to glorify that type of stuff, and they pay us to do it. So we being paid to be agents of our own destruction of our own people. We the puppets. Trying to tell y'all, man. Give me 6 more likes, man, and I'll get out y'all way. Give me 6 more likes. 6 more likes and I'll get out y'all way, man. I didn't even plan on coming on here tonight. Shout out to D1. Yeah, hustle, man. And then people like D1, they come out and they speak against these agendas and this death style that's being imposed on us. And then these fools get mad at him. They get mad at him for exposing what the satanic forces in the high seats are making these puppets do. And that's killing our young people. They get mad at D1. Stay out of my business and stay out. Man, that's why we think a lot of y'all is agents. That's why we think a lot of y'all are informants and industry plants and all that. That's why we think that. Because if you don't even have enough humility to look at a situation where somebody is telling the truth, and then you jump in because a hit dog gonna holler, so if somebody says something that you may have done or you might be doing, you got to come in and deflect, or come in, threaten the man, or come in and say this and say that. Then in the next breath, on the next interview, you talking about how you all about the community, you all about peace and God and all and love, and we need to come together and all that. Come on, man. The Gerbo interview, I'm talking about Gerbo. Is that G Herbo or G Herbo? I know I'm mispronouncing the brother's name, Hustle, man. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some rappers go in on D1 though. I've seen a few of them go in on. I ain't gonna say no names, but they went in on it. Yeah. Hey man, y'all better quit letting these cats make mockery of us in our greatness and in our ignorance. But last point I'll make, when they make mockery of our ignorance, meaning not ignorant from the standpoint that we don't know, ignorant from the standpoint of us being ignorant. We out here doing stupid stuff knowing, right? When they make fun of us for that, man, we got to hold ourselves accountable. We have to not give them a reason to mock our stupid behavior by ending the stupid behavior. That's what we got to do. Because it's hard to go on the attack. It's counterproductive. Let me say that. If we already out here fighting an enemy that's coming after us, even if we not doing nothing wrong, it takes time away from that fight if we have to stop that fight and go back to our own people to say, hey man, y'all chill out, man. Quit killing each other. Hey man, quit selling each other drugs. Hey man, quit pimping and hoeing. Hey man, quit doing dope. Quit. We got to fight that fight and clean it up among ourselves. Then we got to try to get back to the enemy. So we got to stop doing the stuff we do too. Kane says the CIA had plants in the rap industry since the 80s, supposedly. I don't doubt it. Why wouldn't they? The CIA put crack and guns in the black community. You think they're going to stop right there and not get a hold to rap when rap blows up and pops off like it did in the 80s, into the 90s? You think that the CIA not going to put their hand on that when it's an agenda to destroy black people anyway? They're going to always go through the channels that we love. They're going to always weaponize anything that we mess with. So, yeah. Drop y'all locations, man. I'm going to shout y'all out. We're going to go out on a good note. Drop y'all locations, man, so I can shout y'all out. KSUE, what's going on, man? One of my soldiers, Mike Cullen, one of my soldiers, Jimmy Robinson up in here. I'm seeing all my soldiers, man. Interesting hip hop. I'm seeing some new faces too. Shout out to all the new faces. If y'all rocking with me, subscribe and hang around. And if y'all really want to hear me go in, hey, where my cards at? If y'all really want to hear me go in, oh man, I can't find my cards, bro. Just need one. Like the preacher say, all I need is one. Y'all go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast. There we go. Subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast. Go do that right now and go check out the content. I'll be making y'all madder and madder as we go further and further in. So looking forward to that. Because I'm going to stand on this truth, bro. Y'all can't run me off the block with them lightweight talking points and accusations and all that. That don't work on me. I don't work on the kid, man. It make me go harder. Let me shout y'all out, man. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. All right. Miss Lady Sample, Lake Superior region. Ty Guy 1 is in South St. Paul, Minnesota. That Lamb, respect to you, bro. Erica is in Lumberton. Shout out to Erica, man. And Miss Lady Sample. We don't have a lot of females in our family, y'all, in our little group. So all the females that come in here on the regular, the handful of y'all that provides some feminine energy, man, we appreciate that. Just want to let y'all know that. Solo Dolo is in Tyler, Texas. My brother from another, Jimmy Robinson, is in Alabama. John Doe is in Rosenberg. KSUE, Central Texas, that 254. Mike Cullins, woo, that boy in Fairbanks, Alaska. James Davis is in Austin, Texas. Ken Feezy, Fort Cavazos. Smart Money 805, Templeton, California. Rod Knox, Cincinnati. Kane is in Philly. Instinct Hip Hop, Cape Town, South Africa. Salute. James Davis says, good convo. Yeah, man. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Apocalyptic Minister, my brother, man. My brother been riding shotgun with me this whole life. Kansas City, Missouri. Home of the Chiefs. Hey, y'all back in that. Woo, y'all back up in there, man. Man. I ain't gonna get started on a whole other conversation, but yeah, Pat Mahomes, man, that's a bad dude. The real Swisher. Always gonna show K-Rino. Hey man, show me love by spelling my name right. Come on, Swisher. Come on, man. You say you gonna show me love, man. You know they ain't how I spell my name, man. It's bad enough they call me K-Rino when I don't put the H in there. And I got nothing but love for Mexican culture, so let that be known. Let that be known and established. Mexican culture is my family all day, up and down, 360. Mexican love is in me. Don't never let nobody tell you that your big brother ain't got love for the Latinos. They always held me up, always held me up. I won't even say they held me down. I'm gonna say they held me up and still do to this day. Christos is in New Hampshire. Appreciate that. Hosea Fleming. Is that Tunica, Mississippi? Chris Shipes, East Tennessee. John Doe, Family Business. DJ Rick's the Reaction. What's up, Rick's the Reaction? East Texas tapping in. Oh man, I got lost. Hold on, y'all. Oh, there we go. God is great. Yes, sir. Blonimus Prime. Ocean State, Rhode Island. My homie. Blonimus been rocking with me for a long time, man. I so hate we didn't get to do that show, man. Remember back in the days, you was trying to bring me out there? I wish we could have made that happen, man. A few more shout outs. Let me see. No Man. What's up, No Man? Miguel says El Paso, Texas. The 915 in the building. Respect to you, man. Appreciate the love on the new albums. Y'all don't have my 2 new albums. Y'all go get them right now. I can't, man, this thing is throwing me off, man. My screen is flipped. Go get the CDs, man. You can get it on the digital too, y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'm a complete relic. If y'all want those CDs I just held up and then many more, that's where you can get them from. I just put the website in there. Hold on, man. Still trying to make sure I don't miss no shout outs because I'm getting ready to go, y'all. Big interview tomorrow, y'all, on the Underground Dialogue podcast. I'm not going to announce it until tomorrow. All right, man. I think that's it. Dean, Codeine say the Professor Dave interview. I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try. I wouldn't want to get Professor Dave unless I got somebody on there to debate him. And I'm just gonna be in the cut like this. I'm just gonna be looking back and forth, moderating like, watch Professor Dave cut one of these dudes up, man. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on. This your big brother K-Rino. Peace and hair grease, man. All right.